Felipe Luis, the coach of Flamengo, was asked after the semi-final versus Racing about the Brazilian side's domination, and he was very clear that it's to do with the finances. I'd say the finances are necessarily in good shape. Many of the clubs in Brazil are in trouble in that sense, but there is the amounts that they deal with. Flamengo have signed this year huge sponsorship deals that bring in the kind of money that simply isn't available to many clubs in Brazil, let alone clubs in smaller markets, smaller countries, smaller nations in terms of population size. Brazil much larger than any other country in South America, but traditionally the rivalry is with Argentina, a country with less than half the population of Brazil. Certainly its clubs are unable to bring in the kind of money that certainly Palmeiras and Flamengo have done. There's also the debate ongoing in South American football about how clubs should be organised along the more Chilean model, where they're in terms of private enterprises, or as in Argentina, where all the clubs are civil associations. They're owned by their supporters, as it's often put, nor indeed success. Jorginho, nice first-time ball by Gomez. Alan turns. Alan brings it out excellently. Lovely little pass for Lopez. He's got Vitor Roque in support. Here is the 20-year-old. Vitor Roque. The attack is still on. Pereira. Alan. Does really well to find some space. Alan. Here's Lopez. It's better from Palmeiras. That was a big 50-50 challenge. Levels Weverton, goalkeeper, who, as we mentioned in the first half, is absent from this game through injury. He picked up a hand injury just before the semi-finals in this year's competition. Lopez. Carrascal. Jorginho. Pulgar. This is more of a contest in this second half. Both sides have stepped up. Piqueres can't get the better of Varela in that instance. Long ball by the Uruguayan. It's kept in by the other Uruguayan. Still goalless, 10 minutes into the second half. Neither side have made a change. Both sides have looked more energetic in that final third of their opponents, their pitch. Both Palmeiras and Flamengo have a decent sight to goal. Certainly seem to be playing less conservatively than they did in the first half, as we expected. It was a cagey, combative first half. Continue to dominate possession in this Libertadores final. Just under Kelvin. This is Alan now on the ball. Oh, he does really well, the number 40. Bit of space, he's got time, he needs to pick his spot well, which he failed to do. Pulgar. Varela. Through for Carrascaeta. Vega. Good tracking back by Jorge Carrascal. Ends with the foul. I wonder if there's a bit of afters there from Carrascal, still with the memory of the challenge by Vega on him early in the first half. Has dropped out there. Watch, he gathers that ball. The metaphorical temperature, of course, just that things seem to have eased ever so slightly. There was a moment when you felt it could have really have boiled over. Especially when Eric Pulgar, the man on the ball now, and that foul on Bruno Fuchs, has experienced forward. Alan with the ball, the cross looking for Vitor. Cebolinha, Everton Cebolinha then preparing to come on. Two times Libertadores winning, Everton Cebolinha once. Switch the taker of the corner kick. It's a lovely ball in, and Flamengo get the goal. They switch the corner kick taker, but look at the marking. We've been talking about how tight the marking has been up until this point in the game. And somehow Danilo, either through movement, lack of concentration from Palmeiras, nonetheless he's unmarked. It's a free header for Abel Ferreira. Vitor Roque, surrounded by red and black shirts. Felipe Anderson, who finds Vitor Roque and then does really well to steal the ball. Still Felipe Anderson, good work by the number 7, great work by him. Torres gets a bit of luck, still with the Uruguayan. This is Gustavo Gomez. Fuchs to Piqueres. It's a lovely ball in by Piqueres. Still in play, this is the captain, Gustavo Gomez. Looks for Lopez. And Palmeiras come once again. We talked about needing to put their foot down. That's exactly what they're doing. This is Piqueres. That was late. And there's fresh legs. Quality with the deliveries from set pieces. Quality in open play, of course, from Luis Araujo. That change for Flamengo. We're coming up to the last 10 minutes in Lima. Flamengo are in the lead, 1-0. Palmeiras are looking to go through the gears, but they're up against a formidable Flamengo side who not only have that quality going forward, but also the organisation in defence. It's headed clear by Leo Pereira. This is Varela, who perhaps didn't get a call to, he had a bit more time perhaps to control that. It was just a hoofed clearance. And the ball's back with Palmeiras. But they're struggling to really build play. But the ball is now back with Palmeiras. Sosa. Agustin Giai. Wasn't on the same wavelength as his teammate there. Pereira spreads it wide, looking for Ramon Sosa. Great play by Varela. Taken quickly by Ramon Sosa. This is Piqueres. 5 minutes to go until we hit the 90-minute mark. Normal time in this Libertadores final. Torres clips it in, finds Lopez. Agustin Giai. Sosa lays it down to Lopez. Gomez. Somehow it has. Rossi. Put back in the mix. Gustavo Gomez can't find a teammate. Jorginho. Carrascal now. Here's Jorginho, 63%, and still Palmeiras. 89 minutes on the clock. Palmeiras haven't had a shot on target. Gomez, once again with a back heel, yet to hit the target. Gomez, lovely ball for Lopez. Sliced clearance. That Agustin Rossi is able to tidy up. Big on the right back, phenomenal. Last-ditch clearance there by Dani. One last opportunity for Palmeiras. Andres Pereira launches it. Flaco Lopez goes, Agustin Rossi smiles. It's going to be a 9th clean sheet for Agustin Rossi. Flamengo's bench are all up on their feet. The selfies, the videos, the reels will be launched from the phones of those there on the day that Palmeiras